not focusing the Marines, taking down that auto turret first and then taking down the Marines. 4 Mutalisks still hailing in the air, gonna be able to push these siege tanks away. And what a nice transition there from Machine, getting a Spire down just in time to get the air out when Hashe was not expecting any kind of air to come in the game, and that siege tank gonna get picked off as well. So Machine there with a great transition into Mutalisks, and right now getting centrifugal hooks for his Baneling's nest, so he's gonna be transitioning straight into Muta Baneling at this point. A very powerful build against a Terran player, especially when Hashe here has a lot of infantry on the ground. Those Banelings can make short work out of this 3 racks build, 4 racks build from Hashe here, so he's got a lot of Marines. Those Banelings, look for them to do a lot of damage, as Machine here, his income 48 over 45, the income relatively even, but Machine has a 4th base going up right now, gonna fly in with his Mutalisks once again to do some more damage at the natural. Hashe does have his Marine stim to fall back and try to take out these Mutas. Machine's got to be careful here, gonna lose a lot of his Mutalisks, almost getting pinned in the corner, and Hashe here does not realize that the Baneling's nest, well, he does see the Baneling's nest actually, so he is well aware of the fact that there could be Banelings on the field in the next couple of minutes, and if those Banelings catch Hashe off guard, then he could potentially lose his entire Marine force. I mean, looking at this Marine ball, only about 3 Banelings could take out this entire ball, and look at that, on the production tab, we have 8 Banelings morphing in right now. The Zerglings are also, I believe they are speed upgraded. Yes, they are. So Muta, Baneling, and Lings. This could be very deadly to this ragtag mech and air force, but mostly Marines. I think this could be very bad for Hashe.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I would really like to see Machine do, and he's already doing it. He's utilizing the Overlord speed, and he's dropping some Banelings in the mineral line. This is exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Great play from Machine right there. Took out God knows how many SCVs, at least 5 or 6 right there, and got wounded a bunch more. And that's what I was going to suggest that he do, and he did it. So Machine reading my mind a little bit there. But I don't know why Hashe is continuing to add Raxes and add reactors. It seems like he's content to just pour on the Marines, but really, now that Machine has switched to this heavy Baneling build with the centrifugal hooks, they're going to be roly-poly styling in there and just devastating this group of Marines. This next battle is going to be brutal.
I think he's going to hide them behind the bushes here, or perhaps try to flank the Marine army, because if you try to just run them head on, the siege tanks could take out a lot of those Banelings. But you know what? There are so many Zerglings and Banelings right there. That is a massive force. But here we go. He is going to kind of tuck them away in the bushes, engage with the Mutalisks first. I think he's trying to draw the Marines out towards the Banelings here, and that could be very effective, but he's got to be careful not to lose too many of his Mutalisks, because those are expensive units. A bunker going up at the center right next to that watchtower, and I was talking about this in the beginning, and so are you, Payne. Controlling that watchtower at the center with your mech and your bunkers and your buildings with Terran is very easy and difficult for Zerg to stop, but at the same time, Machine has 4 bases right now. The 4th starting to get saturated. He's hiding those Zerglings and Banelings in the bushes, gonna hook back around to the north. I think this could be a very devastating blow. Oh, the dropship gets taken out by the Mutas as well.
So Hashe actually does know that those Banelings are there. He was able to spot them with the Zelnaga tower. There were 3 Banelings just peeking past the bushes. So the jig is up on the flank, but I don't think that there's much Hashe can even do about it. He knows he's in a terrible position here. He's got units behind and in front of him. And he's essentially in a gigantic sandwich, and Machine is going to drop the hammer pretty soon.
There's more Banelings at the natural as well. A ton of Banelings. I think I see more green than purple right now. Purple being the creep and the Terran forces combined.
Yeah, this is going to get real ugly real fast. One thing Hashe is doing well is he's certainly taking his sweet time, and that's actually kind of a good move, because oh, and it looks like Machine might be going for a little bit of a backstab here, or maybe he's just... Okay, yeah, he's just getting ready with the flank, and he's going all in here. Banelings from the front and from behind, hitting at the same time, devastating all those Marines. Boom, boom, boom. We've got green splatters all over the concrete here. There are Marine corpses all over the place, and the 2 Banshees remain, picking off a few Banelings, watching all of their friends die. And the 2 Banshee pilots get sniped out as well. His entire army is gone. I think Hash should really maybe concede the game at this point. Machine is sitting on 4 base. His income is off the charts. He's sitting at 65 drones, fully saturated, and he's just continuing to pump those centrifugal upgraded banelings. Gonna send some more roly-polies to the front door and maybe demoralize Hash a little bit more. If he dropped some more banelings at the natural right now, imagine that. Look at the saturation at Hash's natural.
Yeah, that is overly saturated. I was actually about to mention that Hash is actually about to run out of minerals at his main. I mean, he's operating off of 2 bases this entire time, considering Terrans get that mule as well. That mineral patch, those mineral patches are going to run dry very soon. So you can see Hash has tried to expand to the 12, but there's a Zergling from Machine already positioned there, so great foresight from Machine, positioning links all over the map. That command center cannot land. Oh my goodness, that has got to be a devastating blow there, as Hash is in a lot of trouble, and he's running out at the natural as well. He's just oversaturated at this point. We have adrenal glands being upgraded for Zerglings. We have an Ultralisk Cavern coming down, Carapace level 2, melee attacks level 2. I think the Zerg player just has way too much melee forces for this ragtag Terran army to handle. Hash here realizes he is way far behind, gonna push in and try to make something happen. Does he even know? He does not even know that the Zerg is on 4 bases. If you select the Terran's vision, he only sees 2 bases right now, and here comes the Banelings, gonna roll in, take out the entire mech and the infantry to the right, as well as the infantry below that tank. That is a complete wipeout right there, so devastating from the Banelings, and the Mutas coming in to clean up the garbage. This has got to be GG. If Hash still doesn't know there's 4 bases, I think he thinks that the Zerg might be on 3, but he's woefully mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, he's got to know something's up, because he keeps trying. And credit to Hash, you know, he's pushing out. He's really trying to do what I was speaking about earlier on in the game. Control that Zelnaga tower and do a slow push into the Zerg's natural. He's got the strategy down right. He just hasn't been able to execute it, and he hasn't had a large enough standing army to overpower the Zerg. And it looks like Machine's coming in again here with some Banelings from the front, but I don't know that this is going to be enough. Oh, and a huge group of SCVs gets nuked by a group of Banelings. Wow. I can't even tell you how many large pods of SCVs have just been annihilated by Banelings this game. It's got to be so demoralizing. And a single Ultra running amok. Gonna take out some Marines here. Look at the AE damage. I think the Marines are still going to be able to hold off. And he's pulling all his SCVs off the line here. He's just going all out for the natural of Machine. And Machine actually maybe was in a little bit of trouble there, but he's going to be able to fight this off easily. He's got a ton of Ultralisks queued up right now. He's got 6 or 7 on the way. So, yeah. And they're all coming in. The last 4 Jim Raynor Marines trying to hold it down, and GG's called.
All right, so that was Machine versus, who was the opponent? Hashe. So that was a pretty convincing win right there by Machine. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that broadcast, and stay tuned for more to come.